Hey friends, welcome to your practice. Today is going to be a 10 to 15 minute mobility class. We're going to find some creative ways to get from the ground to standing up, which is actually a really good skill to keep as we get older. The ability to get off of the ground without using your hands is actually an indicator of longer lifespan, and it's just good to maintain different mobile ways of moving. So you don't need any props. If you want to grab a block, it might come in handy at some point, but I will not be cueing with them. And we're gonna get started in Virasana, so kneeling at the mid to back of our space. Tuck your toes under, sit your hips to your heels. Right away, just take a nice breath to arrive into your body, to arrive into this practice. Maybe notice any sensations on the bottoms of your feet, good stretch here. And then as you're ready, engage your glutes to drive your hips forward, stacking your hips on top of your knees. Keep your toes tucked and then keep your body in one straight line. As you lean your shoulders back, engage the front of the core, and really use those quads on the front of your thighs to draw you back to center. Shoulders stacked over hips, toes are tucked. From here, lean your weight back, hips onto heels, and lift your knees from the mat so we find a toe stand. Take a breath in. Take a breath out, sink your heels down to the mat. Of course, you can place a blanket or any type of prop to bring the ground up to you. So we're in this narrow squat. And then from here, push down through your heels, come to a chair pose. Arms are reaching overhead, or you can swing them back behind you. And then come to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms up, lean up and back. Take a big expansive breath into your rib cage. On an exhale, turn your toes out and your heels in. Drop your hips down into Malasana, your squat, yogi squat. Good, and then as you're ready, lean your weight forward, knees to mat, feet out wider than your knees. Untuck your toes so the tops of your feet are on the mat, and then sit your hips in between your heels. This is moving into internal rotation of the hips. This can feel like a lot, so if you just want to go a little ways, totally fine. If you're wanting to move more towards a hero pose, you can lean back all the way. Really whatever your body is capable of doing right now, we just work with that. Okay, through that sequence again, bring your feet knee width, hip width distance apart, tuck your toes, and take our little, this is called a Genie sit. So the front line of the body stays still, and we're just leaning our shoulders back, using the front of our core and our quads to bring us back through center. Toes are tucked. Pluck your knees off the mat into your toe stand, and then drop your heels down to the mat into your narrow squat. Arms are reaching forward for kind of a counterbalance here. Inhale, exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. And then inhale, come to stand, sweep your arms up and back. Exhale, Malasana, toes out, heels in. You drop your hips low and you can wiggle to whatever stance you need here. Take an in-breath, press your palms into each other and your knees into your elbows. Lift up through the spine. Exhale, lean your weight forward again, knees to mat. This time your toes untuck and your feet come wider than your knees. Sit back into that internal rotation. Good, lift back up, feet come through center. One more time through that sequence. Genie sit, shoulders rock back. Use your exhale to come back through center. Toes are tucked to lift your knees off the mat into your toe stand. And then drop your heels down into your narrow squat, reaching your hands forward. Good, inhale here. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, stand, drive your hips forward, reach your body up and back. Exhale, Malasana, toes out, heels in, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, bring your feet out, untuck your toes, and then sit your hips somewhere back towards your heels. Good. Come back through center, driving your hips forward, and then cross your ankles. Sit back into Sukhasana, easy seat, with your right shin in front of your left. Take a little wiggle or a rock side to side, and then start to move into some big circles in a clockwise direction. And let this feel really good throughout your whole spine, your neck, your rib cage, your shoulders, your hips. Close your eyes if you'd like and really get into the movement. Good. Come back through center. Press down through the outer portion of your feet, so the pinky toe side. We're gonna lean forward and stand up from our kind of cross-legged position. So right leg is stacked in front of left, and then we're gonna twist and turn, balancing on our feet all the way to the left, to the back of the room, to the right, and then we land at the front of our mat with left leg in front of right. From here, arms sweep up, breathe in. Exhale, lean out and over to the right. Right hand captures left wrist. Find a nice side body stretch. Let it feel good. Breathe in, back through center. Breathe out, come to a seat. Left leg is stacked in front of right. We're balancing on the pinky toe side of our feet, sitting our hips down. Now we're gonna take big circles in a counterclockwise direction. Take about 3 or 4, let it feel good. Find some fluidity and freedom of movement here. And pay attention to what your body needs. Moving into nooks or crannies that it's calling you to. And then as you're ready, come back through center, ground down through the outer portion of your feet, come to stand, and then twist all the way to the right. And with your right leg in front of your left, inhale, breathe in, arms up to the sky. Exhale, side stretch over to the left. Left hand catches right wrist. Feel that nice stretch through the side of the hip, the waist, the rib cage, the armpit. Inhale through center. Exhale, sit back down. Right shin is now in front of left. Take 3 big circles in a clockwise direction. When your last circle is done, lean forward, stand up, twist to the left. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, side stretch over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, sit it back down. 3 circles, counterclockwise direction. Maybe opening up through the hips a little bit more at this point. And then as you're ready, ground down through your feet, come to stand, twist all the way to the right. Inhale, sweep your arms high once you get to the top of the mat. And exhale, side stretch over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, have a seat. This time, cross over your ankles, come into a tabletop pose, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Just a breath or two to kind of feel into this shape, arrive into your body, ground down through the mat. On your next in-breath, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your tail and your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, cat pose, tuck your chin to chest, round through the back body and curl your tailbone in. Back through center. This time step your feet back, right foot and then left foot into plank pose. Hold for a breath. Step your right foot in and then your left foot in. Drop your knees and walk your hands out into puppy pose, Anahatasana. Right arm forward, left arm forward, finding some movement and mobility through the lats, through the thoracic spine, upper chest, and then back through center. Right hand plants, left hand plants. Right foot steps to the outside of your right hand. Open your right hand to the sky, low lunge twist. Breathe in. Good. Push down through your left toes and your left hand and your right foot so that you can pick up your left knee and then step your left foot underneath your body to the front of the mat. From here, take a quick fold over your left leg, reaching right hand towards left foot. Good. Left hand now plants behind you, ground down through your right foot and your left heel. Engage your glutes to drive your hips upward into your wild thing. Open your heart up to the sky, breathe in. Good. Exhale, lower your hips slightly. Turn to the long left edge of the mat and step your left foot all the way underneath your body so that you end up in this nice wide kind of goddess stance. And take a little shift side to side. Inhale, stand, legs straight, arms up and back. Let it feel good. And exhale, back down into your goddess. Plant your left hand to the center of the mat. Look to the top. Step your left foot right where it came from. Good. So we're facing the top of the mat again. Take a little twist to the right this time. Left hand onto right knee, right hand behind you for support. Good. Left hand plants on the outside of your left hip. Push down, engaging your shoulder muscles to sweep your left leg underneath your body and land in your low lunge twist again. Right arm up to the sky. And exhale, 2 hands plant, 2 knees to the mat. Inhale, cow pose. Thread your heart through your shoulders, open up through the front of your body. And exhale, cow pose or cat, whichever one I didn't say already. Good, next breath in, step your feet back, left and then right into plank pose. And then step forward, left, then right. Lower your knees down, walk your hands forward into puppy, left, right. Take a breath in. Take a breath out, left, right. Good, left foot steps the outside of your left hand, low lunge with a twist, peeling your left hand upwards, opening up across the collarbones. Gaze to the front of your mat, push down through your right hand, and then step your right foot all the way through, extending it long, and then left hand folds down towards right pinky toe. Good, come back up through an upright posture, right hand plants behind you, wild thing. Push down and ground down through whatever is touching the mat so the rest of your body can lift higher. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower your hips slightly. Swing that right leg all the way underneath your body and pivot to the long right edge of the mat. Toes are out, heels are in. Sink your hips low into goddess pose. And then you can take a little toggle left and right. Inhale, sweep your arms up, straighten your legs. Exhale, squat back down. Right hand plants in the center of your mat. Step your right foot and leg all the way through, extending it long to the top of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out for a twist to the left. Good, back through center. Right hand plants on the outside edge so that you make space for your right leg to swing back through, ending up in your low lunge with a twist. Open up through the left arm. Exhale, two hands, two knees to the mat. 3 rounds of cat-cow just to finish off here and move into any other space that is calling you. Inhale to open up through the front body. And exhale to curl and round and press. 2 more with your breath. All right, as you're ready, you can have a seat or you can stand and move on to whatever is next. You could also repeat that last little movement drill one more time on each side if that felt interesting or good for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for playing and exploring and staying in touch with your body and staying committed to moving with it throughout your whole life. So thanks for being here, and I will see you next time.